We're adding a speedometer to this already existing dashboard. The full-length video for how to create the bottom portion is in comments, but I'm going to go through it real quick just so you can see the basics. So to get started, we've got a progress bar. We're using the repeat function exactly as shown, and we're basing it off of this percentage. This percentage is a count if of the checkboxes that are true divided by the total count of checkboxes. Again, check the video and comments for more detail on this. You go up to Insert in the Developer menu to add the checkboxes. You right-click on them because you have to link them to the cell that they're on top of. So in our case, that was C22. And then the overall project progress is a count if of all those checkboxes that are true. This also happens to be lesson 94B in the workbook in my bio if you'd like to follow along. This next formula in completed is going to be a total of the overall project progress in C26 and so on, divided by the count of all of the total possibilities. Then incomplete is simply 1 minus the completed percentage. So moving on to the speedometer, you need to hand key most of these in, but current score is going to be linked to the completed percentage. Ticker will show you in a minute, and then range is this formula where you're taking all of those numbers and then subtracting the bottom ones. So follow that exactly as shown. Now to get the actual speedometer going here, we need to highlight these cells and go up to Insert a donut chart. And because we have a main title, I'm going to click on that and delete it along with the legend. We don't need that. Then you need to click on this because we want to rotate this entire thing 270 degrees so it looks more like an actual speedometer. And I would like it to be a lot thicker, so let's move that donut hole size down, and that's looking much better. Now click on the blue and go to no fill because we don't want to see that. And then click on each of these 3 sections and let's color these appropriately. So low, we're going to do red. You can pick any color shades you like, but we're going to go with a red, yellow, and green. The middle section is going to be yellow for the mid-range. And then I'm going to click on the far right and note that one as a green because that's going to be closer to 100%. So I'm going to close out of that and let's keep moving here. So we need to next select data. So I went up to select data and I need to move this. Actually, let's close out of this and move this so we can see everything. We're just going to move this down. So now back up to select data, and then let's add. This first section series name needs to be the completed, and then the edit series needs to be highlighting all 3 current score, ticker, and range, and then hit OK. And then we need to click on the gray area, and we're going to change the chart type. So we want this bottom chart to be a pie chart. So we're going to select pie in the options and then put it on the secondary axis and hit OK. And now it looks weird again. So let's click on the gray and we need to change that fill to no fill. Same with the blue. And now we're back again. Now the ticker needs to also be rotated 270 degrees. So we're going to click on that, and then the angle of that first slice, we're going to rotate that 270 and then close this window. And now you can click on this and change the fill color. I like to go with black so it really stands out, but you can do any color shades you want with this as well. And then you can see here, this is where I was talking earlier, that ticker percentage change is going to make that thicker or thinner. I think 3% makes sense, looks pretty good. So let's move this in place and resize it. And now you always want to test this out. So check all of the check boxes to make sure you're at 100% and that 100% reflects on the chart. Looks great. And now you can uncheck these and just test it all out. Everything looks good.